Okay, welcome to exercise number 12. This is a pretty simple part for IronCAD. Again, this one just kind of consists of a block here, a couple cylinders, another extrude feature through here, and a cylinder boss and some holes, and then just a rib shape here that we have to give an exact angle to. So, fairly simple model for us to build. So let's go ahead and start on this. So let me get this out the way. Moving over to the other screen. All right, so first we're going to start off with the base block feature, and it gives us some of the information that we need. That the overall length of this is 115, the width of this is 82, and the height, we'll go ahead and start with, we can either do the shorter or the higher value inside of here, because it doesn't give us an actual angle for the bottom that you notice was sloped. So we have to do a little bit of extra work to get that distance correct. So let's just go ahead and set it for the 20, and then we'll just remove material, and I'll show you how we do that. All right, so now we got our base shape here. The next thing is this cylinder that goes over here, and it's got a set height for that from the center line. So what we'll do is we're going to drop a cylinder onto this location here. We'll just place it here, and I'm just going to flip the extrusion direction, and I'm going to go ahead and snap it to the other side. Use my shift key there, and we'll go ahead and set the diameter of this thing, which is a value of, let me look here, 22 radius, so 44. There we go. So there's our value. Next, we'll just turn on the TriBall, and the first thing is the center line of this is going to be 30 from the top here. So we're just going to move this up a little bit here and just do edit distance from point, or I could just type in the value there. Anyways, the value here is actually 30. And then we want to do the tangent to this edge. So a simple thing in IronCAD, we just move our TriBall over to our tangency here, and then we can snap it over here. So we've got our location set up already for this. Next, we can drop an extrude block on here. And the width of this block, or this cutout area here, is a value of 10. And we can just simply snap that down, flip the extrusion direction, move it all the way over to the other side here. And it doesn't really matter the height of this thing, because this is the actual geometry here. So pretty easy for us. So we'll go ahead and drop a through hole here, and the through hole for that is a radius of 32. Or sorry, it's radius of 16, diameter of 32. So we've got that. And then we can actually next just drop a cut here. And what we want to do is select our bottom face here, this bottom handle, and say to center point, select our curve. Now that we have it in place, we can simply just cut this piece off. So now we've got that part of our geometry completed. Next, we can come over and draw our boss here. So we're going to go ahead and just drop a cylinder out here again, and this one is going to be a diameter of 40. So we already got that, and the height of that is going to be 4. So we'll set that down, and now it has a position that the object is 30 from the center of this guy from the outside. So this is easy to do, again, with the TriBall, which is lock and axis. Edit distance from point. From here, we're going to set that to 30. So now that we've got that placed, we can go ahead and add the rest of the features here. So it's got a counter bore inside of here. So we'll just drop a regular cylinder onto this, and the counter bore diameter is 30, and the depth of that counter bore is 8. So we'll go ahead and set that to 30 and set that to 8 for that. And last, we drop our through hole here. And if you can't hit that, I'll hold the shift key, select the center, drop it there. And the diameter of that through hole is 20. So let's go ahead and set that to 20. And that gives us our through hole for there. So that's that shape. Next, I'm just going to use the rib feature, which is found in our shapes catalog. I can just drag and drop it out here. And it's facing the wrong direction, so I'll just turn it around 80 degrees. And we can use some of our tools to do this. So first, I'm just going to snap this over to the center here somewhere. And some of the distances that it gives us is there's a distance from this end to the end here. So we're going to go ahead and just say edit distance from point on this, and that's set to a value of 40 inside of there. The next that we know that this position of this object is 54 is the units here, but it's actually sets off 8 millimeters from the end. So it's also 6 millimeters wide. So we'll go ahead and set that 6, and then we'll turn on our TriBall, move our TriBall over to this face, and then we can just simply say we need to set this at a distance from point. That's 8. So we got it set where we want. We'll just do a mirror in a second here. But what we're going to do in this case is we've got to change the angle. So again, we'll just edit the cross section here. And we see this here. So we just basically lock this position, lock that, and we'll lock that position. So it's vertical. So now we're just going to put an angle here. I just like doing this to make sure nothing moves inside of here. You can do it with curve dimensions, but that's fine. We're going to leave that as locked, and we're going to change that angle to 35 inside of here. So that's going to give us our shape that we want. We can hit finish inside of there, and then we'll just turn on our TriBall, move it over to the center point of this, and just do a mirror link to the other side. So that will give us our shape. And all we need to do is here is come to our hole and just say apply last, and then cut that off. So that's basically fairly easy to do there. Okay, now we have to do this bottom face here. So the easiest thing to do in this case, if you can't do a draft because we don't know the actual angle there, we have to calculate it, whichever. But one thing you can do is actually just drop a H cut on here. So we're going to drop an H cut on here, and I'm going to snap it to the outside here. So I'll just snap it here, and I'm going to snap it here. And the next thing we know, this has to be 8 millimeters down. So if we select this here, we're going to say move that down -8. So that's 8 from there. That's their edge that we need to use. Next, we need to make sure that this top edge cuts here. So this needs to be 20 on this end, 8 on this end. So we'll just turn on our TriBall, move it to this edge here. And what we can do with this is really kind of handy here. We can just rotate around and see our handles on our TriBall, flip over to the other side. We can lock our rotation axis here and just grab this handle and snap to there. So it actually will pass this right through our geometry, keeping this at, if we look at the edge here, the value down here, it will show you in our edge length here is 20, and this one has got the 8. So that gives us the ability to do that very easy in IronCAD. Last, we can come in here and add our blend features on this. So there's a blend radius of 18 on that. And we can do it on the other side as well. And hit OK or hit enter again to finish that. So that basically finishes our shape here. So that's all it takes to build this in IronCAD. Fairly simple model for IronCAD to do. Again, rarely any sketch editing except for just changing our angle on our rib, which we could have also done on the properties of the rib as well. Anyway, so we've got that done. What we need to do is go to the part properties. On this case, again, material for this, they gave us a value of 700 inside of there. And then you can click on your mass to get the overall mass in grams. So there you go. That's how you build this shape for practice number 12.